Best Teacher Award in 1999 by St. Joseph College Society, further cementing his reputation as an inspiring educator and a researcher. I now request Dr. Mary Jacob, Coordinator ATAL FDP, to welcome our keynote speaker with a sapling. Thank you. Now I request Dr. Aloysius Edward J. to take over the session.
Tomorrow also it is there. Recording, okay. So tomorrow also it is there, okay. So, you are hearing about artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. What else? Huh? Transformers. Yesterday, you was talking about, Pichai was talking about there will not be no more mobile phones. Mobile phones were ruling us for the past 3 decades, okay. Mark from Facebook, he was talking about we were ruled by mobile phone past 3 decades. Now, next 10 years, there will not be no more mobile phone, only the glass. Through glass, we can see the mobile phone. No? So, mobile phone era is getting over. So, all that you are talking about. So, we have the last 25 years, that is the 2000 to 2025. No? So, what was the change? What was the change in last 25 years? No? Information technology. No? We say information technology. So 1996, Google has come. Before that, we had Yahoo. So 1996, Stanford University, 2 students started Google, 1996. 28 years of search engine is over, except in China. China, when you enter, there is no Google in China. So they have their own search engine in China. So, for the past 28 years, the Google has transformed our lives. So that means, before 1990, when I passed out my post-graduation, there was no Google, no? So when we write assignment, all that, we go to, library and sit and write. So after 1994, Yahoo has come. Then 1996, those days, those who write a PhD thesis, you'll have to go travel across the country to visit different libraries and get that. But today, now you, after post 1996, you can sit at home and download everything. That's what the information. So it's an era of information. We call it as a knowledge economy. Okay, 25 years. So next 25 years, 2025 to 2050, some of us will not be here. We will be living from this world. But young generation like you will be witnessing that. That's why we say the babies which are born from 1st January 2025. 1st January 2025, we call them as what children? Beta children. No? So we had a first baby born in 12:03 a.m. 12:03 a.m. on January 1st in Aizawl. The capital of Mizoram. A first baby born called Frankie. No, she's the first ever beta child of our country. So, these children are going to be, witnessing the technology called the artificial intelligence. Correct? So, they are going to witness and they are going to experience fully from the childhood onwards. But you will be experiencing not from childhood, okay, as we experience information. So, at the time we passed out, we have crossed more than 25 years, 30 years. Okay? So the rest of the life we have gone through the information age. But today you have crossed only the 15, 20 years. So remaining major part of your life, you are going to be part of this particular world. AI-driven world. So AI is going to rule the world. That is why 2 days before we had a very important convention in the world in Paris. 60 countries came together in February 10th. Prime Minister was there. He was the vice chair of the entire convention. And France President Marco was the president of the chair. And 60 countries have signed AI convention. They have signed the understanding how this AI is going to rule the world, except US and UK. US and UK has not come for signing this particular understanding. We 60 countries have signed the understanding how the AI is going to be sustainable and inclusive. How it has to be inclusive. How the society, down from the society, can make use of that. That's why now currently information technology is inclusive. Correct? It's inclusive. Anybody in the world can access to that. Okay? That's what later our president has witnessed that. So the next 25 years, this technology is going to be ruling this particular world. So in this context, and the current topic here is the national education policy, which has come after 1986, after so many 3 decades, and we have come out with the new education policy. Way back in 1966, we had a first policy after independence, the 1986 second policy, third education policy. In this particular technological advancements, this new policy has come. So this particular national education policy which has come, how many of you have undergone about this particular aspect? Sir, I have undergone all this training because it has come in 2020, so for 5 years over. So how many have undergone this type of training session? Faculty, what is about this national education policy? What is your understanding about this national education policy? Anybody can respond. Yeah.
Changes which has been made by government in terms of delivery of the content, basically. What needs to be taught to the student, because the earlier policy was very old, which we say that it was been designed by the Britishers, basically. So, and there has also been a change in curriculum, as well as now what we have understood that even they have implemented certain changes in the very basic level, like a student, a child, they will get admitted to the school only once they become 6 years. So, and after that, we have also heard that, after 10th board, and there will be changes in that curriculum, as well as, there will be changes in when the board also, I think 8th standard will be the board, and after that, after 8th standard, the student can choose their specialization, basically. So now the government wants that, our new workforce which is coming up, they work more on specialization, and they are efficient enough to take up new roles, and more of they want it should be a skill-based economy which will come up.
So some changes happened. That's what Sir was trying to say. A change has happened from previous policy to the new policy which has come. So anybody can respond. Yeah.
Changing out the traditional methods and implementing new methods in the education.
Okay. Anything else? So when you look at the student community, okay, so any policy comes to, for the students. So it's not for the teachers alone, it's for the students. So when you look at the student community, the different types of students what we have, So the toughest course, all of us know what we have in our country is the medicine course, MBBS course, the toughest course, 6 years they'll have to study, and then still they'll have to move upon. So, all of us know the competition which is involved in this particular medical education. So we have only 65,000 seats, 21 lakh students are writing in our country. And then students who are, when you look at the classroom strength, MBBS classroom strength, you find 150 students that they have inside the classroom, and students who fail the first year, they cannot come to the second year, they have to pass and then come to second year. So second year you find some students who fail in first year, they'll be coming to second year, so you find 150 students there. Okay, so 190 students will be there inside the class. Okay, so with the doctors coming and taking classes there, some students come inside, some students go out. So all this confusion is there inside. But despite, these students are highly focused, highly committed, they are hardworking. So they sit and study and they pass the examination. Correct? The first category of students you find there. No? Then you find the second category, you find the same, the first category itself, you find a second category, you find students who are opting for the top engineering colleges, IITs. So you need to write JEE, you need to write lower level, then you should write advanced level. And still they are getting 100 percentile. And the students, even IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, all these students, they study, they work. These students, whether the teachers are there or not, students will pass because they are all highly focused and committed. Okay, that's that category of students. The second category of students, you find students who come here, the local other engineering colleges. Other engineering colleges, they go and study. Then students come for the arts and science colleges. So, students, there are several different cognitive levels, the students come at different levels. Okay? So, the teachers' involvement, the first category, students who are in the first category, in the particular, the teachers' involvement in medicine or this type of top medical colleges and engineering colleges, teachers' involvement is not that much, maybe there. When you look at the students who join in the, arts and science colleges. Okay, students are that particular focused and highly committed. They know what they want to achieve. But here, students who get from our side, arts and science colleges, so we need to fine-tune their goals and redefine their goals and make sure that they achieve their standards. So the teachers' involvement, commitment in comparison to the other colleges, top medical and engineering colleges. So our commitment, our effort must be extraordinary. Teachers' effort. Okay? And the second important thing is the teachers' updation. Teachers need to be every time we need to update ourselves because we cannot study and the moment we complete our PhD program, we cannot say we have completed everything. So the continuous updating our knowledge. And third important thing is the performance, the teacher's performance. Okay, the teacher's performance. It is not that first time when we join any institution, our teachers are committing ourselves, but the later part of it, their commitment level, their performance level may be sometimes not when they join the first year. So teachers' commitment and performance level may be less when they come for the first time. So the teachers' performance, it must be sustainable in every year. So keeping in mind, when you look at the top-notch colleges, engineering colleges, the teachers are highly evaluated. Continuously, teachers are evaluated. Okay? So on a continuous basis, teachers are evaluated. They don't meet the particular standards. So they cannot teach in the particular colleges, top colleges. So that continuous performance performance appraisal by the students is very much essential to enhance the teachers and student quality. So in these are all three important things that scenario that we arrive at. But as Sir was saying, very important point here is in terms of the quality enhancement. Very important point here is how the students are in align with the current standards. Whatever we teach inside the classroom, surely 5 years or 10 years down the line may not be relevant in this technological advancements. All of us need to understand because technological advancements are very evolving. So whatever we teach inside the classroom may not be relevant 5 years or 10 years down the line. So what is important is the skill development. And the main focus of NEP 2020 is to enhance the skill development of the learners. Not only the generic skills, but also the domain-specific skill set. So that is a major concept major thrust of this national education policy. So national education policy focuses on developing skills of the learners. That's a major focus. So from the beginning, since independence, we focused more on the rote learning. So we are good at, so the moment we ask anybody, when is a country got independence, when was the Panipat war year, immediately we come across, because we are trained that way. So we focused more on conceptual understanding, or it is more on the learning for examination. So we learn for examination, and then what is that? The moment we complete the examination, we forget everything, because we concentrated more on developing low-order cognitive skills. The low-order cognitive skills, which include ability to remember and ability to understand, ability to comprehend. We call it as a low-order cognitive skills. Okay? The high-order cognitive skills, which include ability to apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. We call it as a high-order cognitive skills. So we teach in the classroom, we learn in the classroom concepts, definitions, theories, assumptions, all that we learn. But how many of us can able to apply the concepts, except in medicine? Application is there. Whatever they learn in the classroom, they go to the hospital, they apply immediately. So that application oriented, including engineering subjects, it's lacking, especially in our country. So that is a major difference between UK and US based higher education. The UK and US based higher education is more of what application. No? So it is not that students are here, they teach the concepts, and then what is that, immediately they need to apply the concepts. So here what we do, we tell them where to buy bananas, and we tell them how to remove the bananas, and then we tell them how to eat bananas. But there, the moment teachers will say, go and buy banana, and then what is that you eat. But here, we teach everything. So that is the paradigm shift between our education institution and the institutions which are located in US and UK. So they are more of application oriented. So the major spirit of NEP 2020 is to develop students with high order cognitive abilities. Ability to apply, analyze, and evaluate, and create. That's a major focus of NEP 2020, because this is the only thing which is lacking in our system. The lacking in our system is we teach only the concepts and definitions, and then we ask the same definition, same concepts, the examination, and students will study. The same question paper, if we give after, say, 1 week or after 3 days, the same question paper when we give, the first examination a student got, say, 95 marks or 96 marks. The same question paper is given after 3 days. Will the students get same 95 marks or 96 marks? What will be the student's response? Sir, I know. Ma'am, I know. We forgot. We forgot. So what is the purpose here? So we make the students to learn only for examination. So once the examination is over, then what is that? The particular, the student could not, recollect, and he could not get the same marks. That means our assessment system is not reliable. Okay? The reliability of an assessment system refers to the consistency of our assessment tool. Okay? So the assessment tool is an examination, written examination. That's an assessment tool. So the assessment tool is not reliable. Why? It is not consistent. The same question paper is given after 3 days, or say following day you're given the same question paper to make him write the same examination. Will he get same 95 marks or 96 marks? Okay? That means what? Our assessment tool is not reliable. It is not consistent. So that is the difference between our assessment tool and the assessment tools available in the UK and US. So that's what we need to understand here. The main focus of NEP 2020 is to develop students with high order cognitive abilities. So high order cognitive ability means a student need to apply the concepts what he has learned inside the classroom. After completing bachelor's in computer application or master's in computer application, can he able to code? Can he able to write coding for the website for a school or website for an NGO? No? That's what Bill Gates was saying. So the A can rule, A can take it up anything except maths and coding skills. 2 days before he was mentioning that. Except coding skills and math skills, A will take away the whole thing. That means what? That means as a computer science students, can we write a coding for a particular website? So that part of skill set, no A can replicate. So that application part is the only thing which is lacking in our system. So we teach them only concepts, and then same concepts we ask them in the examination, and they write, they forget. Why they are forgetting? Because application is not there. So the main spirit of NEP 2020 is to develop students with high order cognitive abilities. First one. Second important point here is, we have a lot of the curricular activities, co-curricular activities, we do a lot of activities. That is for making the students to be holistic. NEP 2020 says whatever we conduct, activities must be part of the curriculum. That means it can be academic activities, or it can be community engagement activities. All these activities are part of the curriculum. So there is no separation between curricular and co-curricular or extracurricular activities. All these are part of the curriculum. Okay, that is the second important second important principles of NEP 2020. Okay. Third important is develop students with not only the local communication skills, but also develop students with the proper communication skills of learning different languages. Okay, different language skills. That's the third important principles. And fourth important is develop students with a critical thinking and problem solving beyond, thinking beyond the classroom. So how the students can think out of the box thinking. So that's the fourth important principles of NEP 2020. That is how we can develop students with this kind of skill set. Okay. So the important major, 5 important major principles of NEP 2020. And in case of school education, what happened was we have 10 plus 2. It got compartmentalized into different categories. Students will have to join at the age of 3, and earlier students will be joining pre-KG, LKG, and UKG. So those pre-KG, LKG, UKG will be part of the mainstream of school education. So this part, LKG, UKG, is not part of the main school education. It's a beyond school education. Though all these are becoming part of the mainstream of education. So children will join at the age of 3. So pre-KG, LKG, UKG, and then you come to the first standard and the second standard. So it means 5 years. 3 preschool education and school education 2 years, so 5 years. Okay, so 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, that's a compartmentalization. 5 years the preschool education, then you come to the middle school, that is then higher school, and then higher secondary school. This is how it comes. So 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. That is third standard, fourth standard, and fifth standard plus 3. Then 6, 7, 8 plus 3. Then 9, 10, 11, 12 plus 4. So this is how it getting compartmentalized. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. That means all the preschool education becomes a part of the main spirit of the school education. That's a major part. It has come out with. There's major, principles in terms of school education. Then in terms of higher education, students can now, you have, earlier we used to have only 3-year program. Now it is being converted into 4-year undergraduate degree program on par with the US higher education. So US higher education is only 4-year program. So we are on par with the US higher education. So we are also converting the 3-year degree program into the 4-year degree program. So in such case, the students will be studying only the basic courses in the first year. We call it a certificate. We call them as a certificate when he pass out, certificate. And then the second year comes to a diploma, and third year when he passes, it is a degree. Then fourth year when he passes, it's called a honors degree. So it's a 4-year degree program. So once he passes the 4-year degree program, and when he go to the PG program, it will be only 1-year program. So 4 plus 1, 5 years. Okay. So students will be, students have gotten flexibility. That's a major principle of this NEP 2020. That's a flexibility. Flexibility is a major part. There is no rigidity in our system. So students can leave at the first year at the required number of credits he has earned, and then the second year he works for a second year and then come back for a second year. It is possible. And the same way, third year he completes the degree program and then he leaves the institution, works in the company, and then comes here for the fourth year. Possible. Okay, so he can continue with the fourth year later on. So the flexibility is a major key in the this particular new education policy. Students can leave at any time with the required number of credits and rejoin the degree program and complete the degree program. So it will be 2-year degree programs, 2-year PG programs, or 1-year PG programs. So until all the universities getting implemented this new education policy, 5 years getting over, and once getting implemented, the students can take up only the 1-year PG degree programs. So 4 plus 1, 5. So students want to go for research program. You want to take up the PhD program. So in such case, students complete the 4-year honors degree program with the required number of credits. If the credit is, say, we get CGPA of 7.5 and above, students can take up the PhD directly. That means students can save 1 year. So it is now 1 year is, 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3. So 8 years to complete PhD program. 3 years undergraduation, 2 years PG program, and 3 years PhD program. So 8 years. But whereas in the current system, 4 years undergraduate program plus 3 years PhD program. So 1 year students can save. So 4 plus 3. So provided your students need to complete 4-year degree program with the 7.5 and above CGPA. Students can take up the PhD program directly. So you will have later on, currently we have say MSc PhD, or we say MCom PhD, or we say MCA PhD. Okay, and we have MA PhD. But later on, 10 years down the line, we may have graduates with BCom or BCA or BSc or BA honors PhD. They need not do the PG programs. Later on, the qualification will be BSc honors PhD. After your name, you can write BSc honors PhD. They need not have MSc and PhD. Okay, students can take up the PhD program after completing the 4-year degree programs. 4-year PG degree program with a CGPA of 7.5, directly you can go for PhD. So flexibility. Flexibility is a major key, because earlier a student cannot leave. Students have to complete the whole year. If he wants to leave in between, he has to break the year and come back and join from the first year. The current system, if he leaves the institution for any reason, okay, so he has to come back and join from the first year. But today, he leaves the required number of credits, he can come and join the second year, or he can come and join the third year, provided he goes with the required number of credits. The credit, what we mean here is the number of hours he spent. That's what we say credit. Credit means number of hours he spent, okay, for a particular course. Okay, so for theory course, we call it 1 credit is equal to 15 hours. 15 hours. For the practical, we call it 1 credit is equal to 30 hours. So in case of field visit, it goes for internship, 1 credit is equal to 45 hours. Okay, so that's what the rule is about. So credit means the number of hours a student spent for a particular course. That's called the credits. Okay, so he spent more number of hours than required number of hours, then he can goes with the credit, he can come and join. That's called the credit system. So each qualification is aligned with the academic credit system. Each qualification, whether it is certificate after 1 year or diploma after 2 years, and degree after 3 years, each qualification is aligned with the required number of credits. Okay, so we don't have, earlier we don't have a diploma. Diploma we don't have only for commerce and management. Diploma is we have only for engineering. Okay, but today, even for the arts and science programs, you have a diploma. A student who completes the 2-year program with the required number of credits, he gets diploma in computer science, diploma in maths, diploma in commerce, diploma in management. Possible. There's a degree called diploma. But earlier we don't have such type of degree, we don't have. So each is a qualification. So flexibility is the important principles of new education policy. Then students can take up the dual degree program. Another flexibility. So today, at the current system, before new education policy, students cannot do one degree here, another degree there, because you find a certificate here, transfer certificate here. But today, students can do multiple degree programs. So some of our students are doing one degree program here and another degree program they are doing in IIT Madras, online degree program, BSc Data Science. Basic data science is offered by online degree programs. So some of the students are doing online degree program from IIT Madras. So online degree programs, students can take up 2 degree programs simultaneously. Possible. But the current system, it was not possible. You cannot do 2 degree programs. Because same number of years, you cannot do 2 degree programs. But today, it is possible. 2 degree programs, it is possible. Okay? Students can take up the online degree programs with the required number of credits. Okay? So online degree programs are treated on par with the conventional qualification. Conventional degree qualification. So conventional degree qualification students enroll for a particular program, join in an institution and undergoes degree program on a regular basis. That's the conventional qualification. But now we have online degree programs without attending any institution directly, face to face. Students can take up the online degree programs. Students have to go for the examination to the center directly. So online degree programs are treated on par with the conventional qualification, provided these online degree programs are recognized by the regulator. So we have our own regulator. Okay, so our regulator is known as the University Grants Commission. So the regulator, if he regulates, and the students can take up the online degree program. So online degree programs are treated on par with conventional qualification. And another important is the universities. So I'm talking about the major reforms. Okay, so universities, they offer only the PG programs. They cannot offer, the undergraduate program. They offer PG programs or they offer PhD programs. But the universities today, any university, public universities I'm talking about. So we have a Bangalore University and we have what is that? VTU is deemed to be university. I'm talking about state public universities. So state public universities, okay, so VTU is VTU is a state public, I'm not VIT, VTU, correct. State public universities. So these state public universities can offer the undergraduate degree programs. They need not offer only the postgraduate program. They can offer the undergraduate degree programs. Okay, that is another major reform in higher education. So why our country has included these online degree programs? It's on par with the international universities. So we look at any international university, whether it's located in Australia or New Zealand, when you ask them how many students you have in your university, they say, sir, we have 130,000 students. How, 130,000 students? Yes, sir, we have 3,000 students on campus, 127,000 students on online degree programs. Okay, 3,000 students on campus, 127,000 students through online degree programs. Okay, so online degree programs are very common in international universities, which are treated on par with. Why the country has come out with this particular reform? Because to enhance the gross enrollment ratio. So what is known as gross enrollment ratio? The number of students who join after higher secondary education to the college education or university education. That we call it as the, we call it as the higher education. So we have only 27%. The gross enrollment ratio is only 27%. What does it mean? It means out of 100 students who pass out higher secondary education, only 27 students can join or joining for higher education. The remaining 73 students, where are they going? They are not entering into higher education in our country. Whereas the developed nations like US, 88%. Okay? 88 students from higher secondary education, they're coming for higher education. In China, 86%. UK, 82. Okay? There's a number of students who join for higher education. But in our country, only 27%. So this enrollment ratio needs to be enhanced from 27% to 50%. To how to enhance? Increase the number of universities. Okay, increase number of universities. So we have about 1,700 plus universities we have. What are the universities we have? What are the universities we have? Anybody? What are the universities we have? No, universities. Universities. Yeah. Yeah. We have? Yeah, Bangalore University, this type of universities are called what? State public universities. State public universities. Okay, we have 382 plus universities. We have state public universities. How it is established? How it is established? Established by the Act. Act in the State Assembly. So we have in our state 28 state public universities. We have 28 acts. Okay, so for example, Bangalore University Act. Okay, there's an act. It's a law enforced in the assembly, state assembly. See, all these state public universities are enacted by an act in the assembly. Okay, so it comes from the state. Who funds this university? So all of us need to understand one thing very clear. Okay, I mean, what is that? We can talk about compassion, love, honesty, integrity only in speaking. In reality, what is the most important thing what we want in our life? Whether it is an individual or family or institution or the company, what is the most important thing? Huh? Funds, cash. Okay. Without funds, we cannot show our mercy. We cannot show our compassion. We cannot show our love. To show your love, to show your compassion, we want what? Cash. We want funds. Correct? So whether it's an individual or family or institution or the company or the government requires what? Cash. Funds. Okay? So any institution comes, who is a funding? The government, state government will be funding it now. The entire thing is, they earmark the money from the budget. So they fund for what? Buying the land, constructing the building. Okay, they fund it. It's called state public universities. Okay, above that, we have a central universities. We have about 53 central universities. Central universities. Okay, so we have, who is funding? From the central government. From central government. So who is the head of the central universities? President of the country. The president of the country is we call them as a visitor or chancellor. Chancellor of these universities. So we have 53 in number. So to establish this particular central university, the university requires 500 acres of land. Okay, so without 500 acres of land, minimum 500 acres we want. That's why you look at any central university, the minimum number of acres will be 500 acres. That's why you find a very huge place there. Because to establish that, the university requires minimum 500 acres of land. It is given by the government, central government, to purchase this particular land from private people or the state government people, and then they give the funds for establishing it. So we have about 53 in number, central universities we have. Then next is state public universities. So central universities is an act. Act passed in the parliament. Parliament act will be passed, so 53 acts we have passed, and then it will be established. Okay, then you have what is state public university, passed in the act, in the state assembly. State government is taking it over. Okay, The third one is we call it what? State private universities. State private university, we have 387 in number. Okay? So it is, who is funding it? The private people, either the company or the trust. The company can start, or who is the funding, because the main point here is who is funding, who gives the cash. Okay? Funding is from the private companies. Companies can fund, or the trust can fund. So what is the difference between trust and company? Company, if you fund it, there's a profit. The company needs to pay the tax on that. But whereas a trust means they are exempted from paying the tax. If it is funded by the trust or society, so you will get a tax exemption from the income tax office. Commissioner of Income Tax comes and verifies, then you will get an exemption certificate. You need not pay tax for your income, tax for your profit. If it is established with a company, you need to pay tax for that, because it becomes a profit. Okay? So you have state private universities. So we have more number in Gujarat and Rajasthan. Gujarat and Rajasthan has got more number of state private universities, because these private universities are funded by the private individuals, private trust. Okay? Then fourth category, we have the deemed to be universities. It also comes from the state, comes from the central government. Central government, it can be either private or government. Government means government funds the entire universities. So we have Indian Institute of Science, and we have, IITs. Most of the IITs are becoming the deemed to be universities now. It's all funded by the government for only establishing, buying the land and establishing, building. The remaining part, the institution themselves need to take care of. Salary, all that, running expenses, the institution needs to be taken care of. Or it can be funded by the private trust or private companies. So deemed to be university of two kinds, either private individuals, private companies, or trust or society, or the government itself, both central or state government itself can fund. So we have this deemed to be universities, comes from the central government, as per the act of the UGC Act, Section 3 of UGC Act. Okay? Then we have fifth category, we have got institutions of national importance. Institutions of national importance. Okay? That we have, IIITB, the National Institute of Education and Research. So all we have in the institutions of national importance. Since its name itself is given national importance, it's purely funded by the central government. So there are five different types of universities we have. So we have about, put together, we have about 1,700, 800 institutions, universities we have. Okay? Then we have colleges of two types. We have affiliated colleges and autonomous colleges. So we have about 46,500 colleges we have. So this is the total number of institutions. We have about 49,000 institutions. Okay? This is not enough. This is not enough for our population. Okay? So you look at the US, they have 53 million population. They have about 8,000 universities. We have 1.4 billion population, 2 times of higher than the US population. We have only 2,000 universities only, less than 2,000 universities we have. So this number need to be increased to enhance the gross enrollment ratio. The more number of universities need to come. So to have that, more of what? Private participation is required. Private participation is required to enhance that. So now what happens is, the major reform for all this is called internationalization. Internationalization of Indian higher education system. That means an international university can come and start their own campus, their own university in our country. Okay, the bill got, it is allowed. So 2 universities from Australia, they have started their university campus in Ahmedabad. That means students need not travel to study from the international universities. They can do the same degree program in our country, undergoing the same program, the same international university. So we have international universities can set up, provided they are in the QS ranking, they will be the top 500. If it is there, they can set up their campus in our country. So that is what we call it as the internationalization. International universities can set up their campus, and provided they get permission from our central government, and then it must be top 500 QS ranking. If it is there, they can establish their campus here, so that students can undergo the degree from directly from international universities. These are all highly competitive in our country. So students can start their international degree from our own campus, from our country they can take up. That's another major reform of, this Indian, national education policy. Then we have, yes, break, yeah. Yeah. So I can.
Have the tea here only.
Yeah, come. in today's context, what is more important is whatever we looked at. The recap is more important. Otherwise, the session outcome is very important. What do we learn from this particular thing? That's what very important. So, what you have seen? What are the major principle, major spirit of NEP 2020 is what? Skill development. Skill development. Okay? I mean, it's a learner-centered policy, developing students with high-order cognitive abilities, high-order skills. So, what are the high-order skills? What are the high-order skills? Ability to apply, ability to analyze, ability to evaluate, ability to create. Okay? Ability to apply, ability to analyze, evaluate and create. A person after completing MCA, can he able to create his own software? You are MCA student, no? You are MCA student, correct? After completing MCA program, can you create your own software? Okay? So that is called what? High order cognitive abilities. You create a software for your small school. Okay? That is called what? High order. High order skills. You got it? So, how we can able to create that? That's the highest level. That's the highest level of the high order skills. Creation. Okay? Evaluation. Judgment. He's making judgment. Okay? Analyzing part, little more lower level. To create software, you should analyze your problem. Then only you can create. Okay? Then, to analyze, you need to apply. Apply your concepts. Then only you can analyze. Okay? So, application, applying your knowledge, analyzing the problems into subparts, then evaluation, whether it is correct or wrong, making judgment, and then creation. Creation is the highest level. So, the major principle of the NEP 2020 is what? Developing students with high order cognitive abilities. Okay? Second one, what we looked at? There is no separation between curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular activities. Everything is part of the curriculum. Okay? That's what the second important principle that we looked at. And third one very important is what? The focus is on what? Conceptual understanding, not the rote learning, not learning for examination. Not learning for examination. The conceptual understanding. Whether students can able to understand the concept. Okay, conceptual understanding, not rote learning or learning for examination. Fourth one, multi-linguistic skills. Multi-linguistic skills. The student should be able to speak different languages. Multi-linguistic skills. Okay? These are all the four major principles of what? NEP 2020. Okay? Then we looked at the school, how it is compartmentalized. Earlier it was 10 plus 2. Today it is what? 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Earlier 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2. Okay? Earlier, previous system, the preschooling, pre-KG, LKG, UKG is not part of the school education. But today, the school starts with what? Pre-KG. So, pre-KG is not part of what? Board. No CBSE board. CBSE board starts from where? First standard. State board starts from where? First standard. So, pre-KG, LKG, UKG is who is running? Who is running? Who is running? It is not part of the private, completely private. How much parents are paying? Lakhs. Can you imagine? Lakhs you are paying. Your MCA fees may be 1.5 lakhs. The same fees your parents are paying for, pre-KG, LKG. Can you imagine? This is how this, the students are paying, parents are paying for it. So that is taken out. Okay, that is taken out. And it is part of the primary Anganwadis. It is part of the board. Part of the board, it's part of the system. So no private people can run this. So school starts from where? Pre-KG. As a major reform in school education. Okay, then you have, you cannot start with the high school. So when you have high school, you will have a higher secondary school because 9, 10, 11, 12 it comes. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So you cannot end with what? High school. High school means it's part of the higher secondary. So higher secondary means 9, 10, 11, 12. So the lower level, one major reform, in higher level, another reform. So the schools with the 10th standard need to start what? 11th and 12th standard. Because the fourth one, the fourth category is what? 4 is there. So you cannot end with the 10. So you should have 11 and 12. So those schools need to have, high schools need to have 11th and 12th facilities, and the primary school need to the facilities of what? Pre-KG, LKG, UKG. So most of the schools may have a pre-KG, LKG, UKG. Then the ground floor. They'll put them in the parking lot. They put there. Okay, those children will go there. Now they'll be come to the ground floor. First floor they have to come because part of the mainstream of education. Why they are on the ground floor? Because it is not the mainstream of education. When the inspection comes, they will not take the inspection people to the ground floor, down. Okay? Because this is not part of the mainstream of education. But today, it will become the mainstream of education. There's a major reform in school education. Then we have seen the reforms in higher education. What are the reforms we have seen? 4-year program. 4-year program. So 3-year program into 4-year program. Undergraduate degree program will be the 4-year program. Then you will have 1-year degree, 1-year PG program. Then students can go for a PhD program directly. Okay, that's then second major reform is what? Flexibility. Students can take up any time. Students can leave the institution, join another institution. Okay, studying in one in Kristu Jayanti, another they can go to St. Stephen College, provided the credits are same. Possible. Flexibility is possible. But it is, as per the policy it is possible, but implementation has not been done so far. Okay? Third year you can go some other college. Come back, that's what flexibility. You can take a break of 2 years, 3 years, come back to the 4th year. Possible. But in current context, so not there. It was not there. If you go, you can go out, that's it. You cannot come back. Now you can do it. Now you can do it. Credit system. The number of credits he should earn. That the credit is there, the required number of credit is there, he can go and then come back. What does it mean? He has to complete his workload. See, every qualification is aligned with academic credit and academic workload. Every qualification is aligned with academic credit and academic workload. So, of a learner, of a student. Okay? So, if a student completes the credit and workload, what is academic workload? He has to write the examination, complete the examination, pass the examination. If it is there, he can go and come back. If he fails, he cannot go. So, pass and then he can go. Okay, so the sentence is very clear that words are very, it must be, each word has got a meaning. Simply we don't say. Each qualification is aligned with academic credit and academic workload of a learner. That means students can complete and then come back. If a student who failed, that means he cannot leave and come back. That means he has to finish, then he can come back. He can go, then come back. Okay, so flexibility, that's a major reform. Okay, 4-year degree program and flexibility, we have seen. Okay, then we looked at what? Then we looked at what is a major reform? We looked at what? Online degree program. So online degree program is treated on par with what? Conventional qualification. To enhance what? To enhance the gross enrollment ratio. Okay, in line with the foreign countries, our, developed nations, our enrollment ratio is very, very less. To enhance that, the major reform was what? They can offer students can take up the online degree programs. Okay? Then fourth important reform is what? Fourth important reform is internationalization. Internationalization. Internationalization of higher education system, Indian higher education system. That means international universities can establish its campus in our country, provided they are top 500 QS ranking. To a QS ranking is there, with the permission of the government, they can start their university. So already 2 universities from Australia started the campus in Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad we call a gift city. In that they have started their degree programs. Students can enroll degree programs there. Possible. So students need not travel and undergo the foreign degree programs. So many more campuses will come in the future. The future, many more universities are likely to come to start their degree programs. That's another major reform. Okay? Then continue with the reform before we'll take up the next one. Fifth one is virtual academic bank of cadets. Academic Bank of Cadets, ABC we call it. Academic Bank of Cadets. That means every student, what we earn, the credit system, it will be stored in a common platform. So every student is given a ID, unique ID. So whatever credits that you have earned, it will be there in your own account. There is a virtual account. So in the virtual account, the college will enter this student name, this number of credits he has earned. So any point of time, anywhere in the world, you go to any university, put your name, the number of credits, what you have earned, it will come straight away. So it's a global platform which has been created for all the students to find out how much credit the students have earned. Okay? That is called Academic Bank of Credits. So from 21 batch onwards, students who have joined from 21 batch, 21, 22, 23, 24 batch, they can put their credits in the Academic Bank of Credits. So 21 batch, they complete 2024. So 2024 batch, which has passed out, okay, students can take the Academic Bank of Credits. That means students can download the entire certificate. When they apply for PG programs, the certificate what they have uploaded in the Academic Bank of Credits, they can download and they can give it. That is treated on par with original certificate. Okay? Universities and colleges cannot say, no, bring your original certificate. Okay? So the same certificate, what is uploaded in your ABC platform, same thing can be downloaded. You can apply for your application. But for the verification, then for application, you can apply with that certificate. But when you come for verification, you need to give your original certificate. You can apply with that. Okay? So that is possible. So 24 students, 24 batch who have passed out, when they apply for PG programs now, they can get what? ABC platform. ABC, they can download, they can give certificate. That's another major reform. Academic Bank of Credits. So globally, from anywhere, a student can download the certificate. So before 2020, what you have to do? You have to come to the college. You have to go to university to get your degree certificate. But today, online you can download. So that certificate is treated on par with what? No college can say, no, you bring your original certificate. Not necessary. So it's treated on par with that particular certificate. That's another major reform. Academic Bank of Credits. Okay? And then sixth important reform is, it's going to come is, every council, every education has got a regulator. Who regulates our banking system? RBI. So every industry has got its own regulating system. So our higher education, we have a regulator. Okay? So arts and science colleges, we have a regulator called University Grants Commission for arts and science colleges, universities. Arts and colleges and universities. All the engineering colleges, management, MCA, okay, Masters in Communication, Masters in Management, Hotel Management, Architecture, we have a regulator called AICTE, All India Council of Technical Education, AICTE. So MBA program, MCA program, engineering programs, they come under what? They come under AICTE, not from UGC. Now currently, including BBA and BCA. Including BBA and BCA, which comes under what? AICTE. Okay? Then we have all the law programs, comes under Bar Council of India. Bar Council of India. Okay? Then we have Medical Council of India for medical education. For teacher, so we have a Teacher Education Council. So for every education, we have different councils, different commission, which regulates what? Every education. Now all this will be submerged, making it as one Higher Education Commission of India, except Medical Council of India, MCI. Except Medical Council of India, all these going to be merged and it will become a one council, Higher Education Commission of India. So the last term, previous term, the current Prime Minister could not make it, and currently the process is going on. It will come. Before this term ends, this will come. Higher Education Commission of India, all these councils will be submerged and become what? Higher Education Commission of India. Except Medical Council of India. Medical Council will not come under this. Okay? So, and it's the next sixth reform which is going to take place. Okay? So, these are all major 6 reforms which are envisioned in our higher education policy, new education policy, which is getting implemented, except the last one. Last one is yet to get implemented. Remaining all got implemented. All got implemented for the past 5 years. Whatever it is got envisioned, all got implemented now. Okay? Now, the second part of our discussion is the qualification part. See, for example, what we earn our degree here, Indian qualification, you got a degree here, and you are going to university in Italy or university in Germany. Okay? We go with the university, they will ask for what? Equivalent certificate. Okay? So our qualification, Indian higher education qualification, is not recognized in foreign countries. The same way, a student who comes from US or Germany or France or Ireland here, okay, when they come and join here, we ask for what? Equivalence certificate. We will ask for equivalence because the foreign qualification, higher education qualification, is not recognized in India. Okay? So this is the big confusion earlier. Why? Because this particular confusion, because each qualification is aligned with, as I was mentioning earlier, is aligned with academic credits, workload, and I'm adding one more word there, and the specified learning outcomes. Okay? Specified learning outcomes. What does it mean? In case of higher education, what is the outcome? What is the income? What is the input of, see, when we look at the computer as a system, system means what? You'll have a what? Input, you'll have a process, you'll have a output. Correct? It's called a system. Okay, input, process, output. We call it IPO. Input, process, output. So if it is higher education, college education is a system, what is the input? What are the input? Student. Student is the input. Then, what are the input? What are the input? Student is the input. Then, curriculum is a process. Yeah. Then, input. Now, input. Facilities. Infrastructure. Okay, is the input. Your computers, learning resources, facilities. Input is a fund. Input. Okay. What's the process? Teacher qualification, teacher experience, curriculum, pedagogical methods, teaching learning methods. It's called what? Process. What's an output? What's an outcome? Outcome? Output of the system? Students with specific employability skills. Specific employability skills. Not the, whoever joins, he get a job. So it's not an employment exchange. Whoever joins here, the college or university, gets an employment. So employment, getting a job is not the main output of the system. The main output of the system is what? Students with the specific employability skills. That's called outcome of the system. Okay? So now, when the student comes with these employability skills, what type of skills he should have? What type of skills he should have? As an engineering graduate, what type of skills he should have? Okay? And electrical engineer, at least he has to fit the flight, no? He has to climb. The light is not there. He has to climb up and put the light. It's an electrical engineer. Mechanical engineer, he should have what? He has to change the, water is not working, tape is not working. He has to, put off the valve on the top, water will not flow out, he has to remove, and then put the what? The tap. That's a mechanical engineer, correct? Computer engineer, the computer is not working, he has to, remove the entire thing and you will see the CPU is not there, which is not functioning, he has to find out. That is called what? Domain-specific skill set. So after completing my 6 years of MBBS, a doctor should not call a nurse to put an injection. There's a specific skill set a doctor should have. Okay, nurses are there to put the injection, but in an emergency situation, doctor cannot say, no sir, I'm not taught how to put an injection. How to get the nerve, I don't know. I have to call the nurse to put the injection. Can doctor say? There's a basic skill set of a doctor. Correct? The same way, every domain has got its own domain-related skill set. Domain-related skill set. Domain-specific skill set. So after completing my master's in commerce and management, I should be able to read a balance sheet of a company. What is the financial health of this company? Whether this company is growing, company is declining, a company is going to be closed. I should tell the company, I should tell the employees, no, you should leave the company because the company is declining. So I should be able to analyze the financial health of the company, financial performance of a company. I should tell the company, this is the area you need to improve upon so that you can enhance. Okay? So that you can put your market share, you can increase your market share, you can increase your market sales. So what's the ultimate, the goal of any company? To increase what? Profit. Correct? So no company will show your profit graph downward trend. No company will show. Always company will show what? Upward trend. Okay? Upward. Sales is upward, profit is upward, production is upward. No company will show downward trend. That's called negative trend. Okay? So as a student of management or commerce, I should be able to what? I should be able to inform the company or inform the shareholders, this is what your company is about. These are all the areas you have to improve upon so that you can increase your sales and profit. That is what? Domain-specific skill set. Correct? So, every domain has got its own domain-specific skill set. So this domain-specific skill set, if it is specified commonly across all the universities in the world, then each qualification can be nationally or universally accepted. Okay, that's an outcome. So what is the outcome of the system? The outcome of the system is a student, after completing this particular qualification, he will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skill set. So this skill set is what? Commonly accepted. Commonly accepted, so that internationally acceptable, comparable qualification framework. So that a university in Germany or university in France or university in India can easily accept a BA qualification or BCom qualification or MCA qualification or MCA qualification, because MCA qualification fellows can do all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? That is called what? Outcome of the system. So till 1990, we didn't have this globally accepted qualification framework. We didn't have in the world. The world we didn't have. So first time in 1986. In 1986, a university in Italy called Bologna University. That's the oldest university in the world. 1190. Still there are so many universities we had. University of Nalanda, University of all that we had. Those universities are not here today. All got, the existence is not. We had century we had those universities. In UP, we had Nalanda University, all these universities we had. But today, those universities are not here. But the universities which started in the first century, still it is there. It is called University of Bologna. That is the oldest university in the world. 1190, it started. That means how many centuries old university? Yeah, just find out. Okay? So that is the oldest university in the world. In that, the Bologna is a city in Italy. So in that particular university, all the European countries' ministers, education ministers joined together and they defined the learning outcomes. A fellow who completes BA qualification, a student who completes, Bachelor's of Science qualification, these are all the outcomes he should have. Okay? So that qualification, that particular qualification framework, we call it as European Qualification Framework. European Qualification Framework. So what is the European Qualification Framework? This is nationally acceptable qualification framework of European countries, which is situated in all the European universities. They all come together and they define that outcome. Then after seeing that, because these are the two countries dominate higher education system in the world, UK and European countries and US. So after seeing that, 1989, all the US universities came together in Washington and they defined the learning outcomes. Okay, so after completing this, these are all skills. What is learning outcome? Learning outcome is nothing but what the students can able to do, what the students can able to demonstrate, what the students are able to understand. Three things. What students can able to understand, what the students can able to do, what the students can able to demonstrate after completing a particular qualification. Okay, it's called learning outcome. Okay, so in 1989, all these US countries came together in Washington University and they defined these learning outcomes. Okay, so this particular qualification, if they have, and these particular graduates, if they complete, these are all the skill set he should have. All these universities. So universities in US and UK, they had this common framework. So that we call it as a Washington Accord. So there they call it as a European Qualification Framework. In US we call them as what? Washington Accord. Washington Accord. Washington Agreement. Accord means an agreement. It is signed by all the US universities, US states, 50 states they have signed. Okay? So till 2020, we didn't have this common qualification framework. What is called, we call it Indian Qualification Framework. A fellow who completes BA program, BSc program, BCom program, BCA program, we didn't have what is the skill set he should have. We have not specified. So when we go from here, they will ask for the equivalent certificate because that is not specified. What kind of skill set you have, they don't know. After completing your MCA certificate, you are going, what is your, they don't look at what? Your qualification. They don't look at, see, that's what difference between our country and other countries. The conventional qualification doesn't matter. What is your skill? After completing my MCA, I can do this, sir. Your marks, you can get 100, 90. They don't look at your marks at all. Marks doesn't speak there. After completing this, what you can do? The question is, okay, what do you do to obtain your degree? It's not a matter now. What can you do after you obtain your degree? So what do you do to obtain your degree? Your hard work, your commitment, all that you have done. Now what you can do? So that is called what? The outcome. So, that qualification framework we didn't have. So what we did, we have drafted our own qualification framework in June 2023. So we formed a committee after, NEP 22, October 2020, we formed a committee of all the academicians, and we drafted this Indian qualification framework in align with European qualification framework, EQF, and Washington Accord, WA. So in align with that, we have defined our own qualification framework in align with international standards. So our Indian qualification is treated on par with internationally acceptable qualification framework. So that we call it National Higher Education Qualification Framework. So there we call it European Qualification Framework. US they call it Washington Accord. Here in India we call it National Higher Education Qualification Framework. NHEQF. NHEQF, National Higher Education Qualification Framework, which defines a specified learning outcome of a particular graduate after completing this particular qualification, what the graduate can able to do, can able to understand, and able to demonstrate. Okay, that's called National Higher Education Qualification Framework. That's another major milestone of our country in the post-national education policy. That means our Indian qualification are treated on par with US or European Union qualification framework. So now nobody can ask what is your, the equivalent certificate. Okay, that's a major reform which has been taken place after the new education policy. I can keep on going like this. Okay, so any clarification, any doubt, anything that anybody want to ask? Any matter related to higher education, new policy changes, anything you come across, sir, I didn't understand what it is, you can ask. Yeah. Yeah.
Still we don't have application-oriented education, no, sir.
Yeah, that's right.
Even though changes have come after a national education policy.
That's what he's asking. Application-oriented education has not come. Okay, that's what we say. The quality of an institution is decided in the classroom. Okay, not in terms of infrastructure facilities, not in terms of what resources what we have. Okay, it is institution. Quality of any institution is decided in the classroom. Classroom means who is the important person in the classroom? Teacher and students. So teacher plays very, very significant role in imparting that application-oriented teaching. Teacher who makes a difference inside the class. Okay? So, biryani ingredients are same. To make biryani, ingredients are same. Okay? You have 7, 8, 9 items, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can tick. All the items are there, you tick. You start doing it. Who makes difference in biryani? The cook. Cook who makes a difference in the biryani. Because he has to love that, making this biryani. So I am into it. So I am coming with a frustration mind. I am coming with an off-minded set. I don't have that passion to do that biryani. That means though I have all these items, whatever items I have, best item what I have, the biryani after you make it, it will not serve the purpose. Okay? So this is what makes the difference. The teacher who makes a difference. Unless the teacher is passionate in teaching, he doesn't get anywhere, comes last resort. Okay? So I just want to spend my time. Then I look for some other job. I didn't get any job, I come here. Okay? So that doesn't come. So policy is for that only. Policy, see, the government will come out with the policy only. The real implementation, who takes care of? The teacher. The teacher is the one who implements NEP inside the classroom. NEP got implemented, all that. Whoever is saying, it got implemented. The real implementation, where does it take place? It takes place inside the class. Inside the class, it hasn't taken place. The major principle is what? Skill development of a learner. So after completing my BCom, my student cannot read what is the balance sheet. So what's the use of reading the BCom? You understand? So that is a major test. So as a teacher, I need to know, after completing my course, this is what my skill set my student should have. So I teach web designing course. I have a lot of assignment, all that. But he cannot create one simple website for one school. So I don't know how to write coding for website. Then what's the use of that particular course? So every course needs to have a specific learning outcomes, a specific skill set. Every course. So the accumulation of those skills will lead to what? The program skill set. That we call it program outcomes. So after complete, that's the difference between our education and, as I was mentioning at the beginning, our system and the higher education system. So there, nobody teaches the concepts. Nobody teaches the concepts. Definition. Concepts are the flipped classroom. They learn and come. Classroom is only for what? Discussion. But here, we teach beginning itself concepts. We teach Newton law first. Okay? So Newton law, they should study and come. Nobody teaches the Newton law there. You got it? Definition, nobody teaches there. Students will learn and come. They are only for discussion and application. You got my point? That's the difference. So we trend towards what? We drive towards learning for examination. This is the marks. That's what any company outside, they never look at the marks, the qualification, the skill set what you have. That's what companies looks at. Company, for why they are looking at 70-75% of marks? Because screening. Because so many students are standing in the queue. So how do you screen out? To remove out, put the cutoff. Cutoff is what? 80, 85 cutoff. Then those students will come out. But naturally, invariably, students, companies don't look at the marks. Company looks at your application. What is your knowledge? How you apply in a situation. So the teacher who makes a difference inside the class. Application oriented. Okay? Not the policy. Policy is there. All this. Teacher who makes a difference, who is really compassionate, he can make a difference inside the class. Okay? Yeah. Yes. So that's a difference.
Equivalence of degree basically.
Yeah.
What I've observed that in some institute, like if you go to ISB, like doing PGDM from ISB is not equivalent to MBA.
Yeah.
So this and it has been observed in most of the institute also, foreign institutes, as you spoke, that some of the institutes are coming and setting up. So after implementation of this policy, will their certification will be equivalent, or it's still if you look at ISB, still FPM is not recognized by Government of India?
Yeah. So since Sir was talking about ISB, I should also have some word about ISB. ISB is in Hyderabad, Indian School of Business. Okay. So as I was mentioning, every institution has got a regulator. Okay. So either you'll be part of ACT or Medical Council or Teacher Council or Bar Council or UGC. So anywhere you are, regulator is there. But only one institution in our country doesn't have any regulator is Indian School of Business, ISB. ISB doesn't follow any government regulation. They don't come under central government. Then you will be asking, sir, why? How are they operating in our country? They can operate. What is the question? What is their motive? They are preparing students for jobs, company jobs. Okay? Same, PGDM program, because they cannot offer the MBA program is only what, because personally I visited so many times, because I know many faculty there, so I know personally what it happens. 18 months. 18 months, 8 trimester. Each 45 days, one semester. 45 days, 45 days, 45 days, 45 days. One semester. 8 semesters in 18 months. Okay? The fees is more than IIM Ahmedabad. IIM Ahmedabad, they charge 28 lakhs for 2-year MBA program, though it is government-funded institutes. But there they charge 32 lakhs for 18 months, excluding boarding charges. 32 lakhs. I asked students there, I went there personally, asked students, what is your return on investment? Because you are investing so much of money, taking a loan, investing. Yes, sir, I'll get it within 2 years, I'll get it, whatever I invest. So the grossing starting pay itself is 12 lakhs. Okay, 12 lakhs is a starting pay. Okay, so I'm ready to invest and then get it done. That means what? They specifically have this kind of skill set. So classes happens from morning 7 o'clock to night 1 o'clock. Night 1 o'clock it happens. 10 o'clock class is there, night 10 o'clock class is there, 9 o'clock class is there. So they're studying there. Because they have fire is because there's so much of money they invest. The degree is not recognized. You cannot apply for any government jobs. Government job means you should have what? Qualification. But where they can apply only in what? Private companies. You got my point. You cannot apply for any government, Karnataka Public Service Commission or, every government jobs you cannot write the examination because you are not eligible. Your qualification not recognized. Till they charge the highest in the world. Okay? Because of that what? Because of that skill set. They concentrate only on that. Okay? So that makes a difference because they take students not from CAT, they take students from the global GMAT. They take students from GMAT, global level, on the score. They take students. Not recognized at all. Okay? So that's what they focus only on what? They focus only on skills. Yeah. Yeah, you understand? So this is what important. Yeah. Indian School of Business, ISB. Yeah. They don't want any kind of policy. They don't come under regulation at all. No government can intervene there. But it's the most reputed business school in the country. Students are going, joining, studying, working. But they cannot apply for government-related jobs. Private companies, they can work. Okay? So once you get in, after that, when you go for a second job, what is your first job? What's the entry card? First job, what's the entry card? Your certificate. Second job, what's your entry card? First year, in the previous job, what you have done. First year, the previous company, what you have done. What kind of skill set you have. What kind of projects you have undertaken. That's what it talks about. This is how you climb your ladder. Afterwards, nobody looks at your certificate, all that. What you have done. How do you make your company grow? Sir, I have this, when I entered, when I taken my position, the sales of my company is say 50 lakhs. When I left the company, I made the sales of a company is 2 crore, 3 crore. That speaks. Okay, that's the only quantity you speak. So I have done this many projects there. So my company, make my company to grow. This is my sales. Okay, so you get your second job, then third job. You understand? So companies never look at your qualification. They look at your qualification because of your entry level. They need to cut off because a lot of queue is there outside. So cut off, they put what marks is your cut off marks. Yeah. 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 Yeah, credit basis.
So will this kind of universities will get regularized with the new education policy?
No. This kind of Indian School of Business and all will not get regularized because they don't want to come under this government regulations. Otherwise, they'll ask for all kind of certificate. So they don't come under NARF ranking, NAC ranking, all that. Okay? So they don't want to come under that. They want to continue with the same thing only. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, it's worth. Because I went 3 times. I went 3 times. I've not only to went, I've spoke to the students personally. Worth visiting. Not only visiting, worth investing. Worth investing. But all depends on, because you need to keep in mind is our economy is growing. Okay? The economy is not growing, unlike like Sri Lanka, then you don't get jobs, corporate jobs. Since our economy is growing, a lot of investments are coming. Surely many companies are getting started. So you have a growth opportunity. So you can invest in your education. Okay, you get your job. In that context, it is working. Yeah. Yeah.
Like with the coming of new education policy, so there are a lot of new regulations which have come in, and the new education policy will largely focus on development of skill. So my question is that even in a lot of forum it was also been discussed that whether our infrastructure is well developed to take up this new education policy, like because skill development requires a lot of different infrastructure, but our current scenario the infrastructure is different.
Yeah. So in terms of infrastructure development that we need to understand, our economy is what type of economy? There are three types of economy we have: capitalist, socialist, mixed. Capitalist economy. What is called capitalist economy? Capitalist economy. It is of what? Private companies. Capitalist means one who provide capital to start. So US is what type of economy? Capitalist economy. Capitalist economy. Okay? China, socialist economy, but moving towards what? Capitalist economy. Ours was mixed economy, combination of both capitalist and socialism. Socialism means what? Developing the poor, developing the marginalized. Okay? Both, mix of both, capitalism and socialism, mix of both. But today, we are moving towards capitalist economy. Okay? Meaning what? Meaning, many private companies are entering into different government-owned sectors. Okay? First one, aviation. For your information, no airline company is owned by the government in the world, except in our country. No airline company is owned by the government because government cannot run airline company because a very huge loss-making company. Okay, only who can operate? Only private people only can operate. Why private people can operate? Private people means performance. Private means performance. Performance is not there, you are out. You got my point? That's called performance. So you should show always your performance. Government means what? Even lethargic. Even it is there, chalta hai. That attitude. That is not there in private. You got my point? So, now what happened in the aviation sector? It is taken over by whom? Even Air India, it is taken over by whom? Tata. So they have come out. They know they come out from sector. Railways, slowly into what? All this comes into what? Private sector. Now for information, even defense. Even for defense. Okay, earlier we had our ISRO chairman. Even in defense, some sectors are opened up for what? Opened up for the private companies. Okay, so now why earlier it was only the government is funding? Because the independence, we didn't have that much of resources. So government needs to fund. But now 75 years of independence over, now government is withdrawing in all the sectors and implementing what? Private sector. So when the private sector comes into picture, now for your information, 67% of our education institutions are funded by private. 67%. The remaining 33% is from the government. That's why more of state private universities and this one comes. So when the more private sector comes, surely you will get what? You will get the resources and infrastructure. Now, Kerala was the only state which didn't allow the private universities. Okay? 2 days before, Kerala government approved private university bill in the assembly. So there also private universities are likely to come. Because Kerala, nobody is there, all are leaving the state for other states, for joining. Okay, most of the students are studying in other states. So they don't want to do that. So everyone want to study their own state. So they allowed private university build there. So more private sector comes, surely more of investment comes, the infrastructure facility got increased. Okay, that's the thing. Yeah. So thank you very much for the great opportunity. I mean, I love this crowd. So we appreciate Mary ma'am and Gopika ma'am for the efficient conduct of this week-long FTP. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the best for the rest of the FTP program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the detailed session on changing trends and challenges in the education, type of universities, evaluation technology, and the major principle of NEP 2020 and NHEQ Indian framework. Your expertise and perspectives have truly enriched our understanding and sparkled meaningful discussion. We deeply appreciate the time and effort you have taken to guide us through this enlightening session. As a token of our gratitude, I kindly request Dr. Gobika to offer a memento and certificate to Dr. Aloysius Edward. Thank you, sir.